to Queen's Mindset. If this is your first time joining us, welcome, 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 welcome. We are super excited that we are now in season 2. Very specially invited guest. I can't wait for you to hear her story, and I'm going to allow her to introduce herself to you very shortly. But if you have not done this before, I want you to go right ahead. Just go right down below, hit that subscribe button. Go ahead, subscribe to this channel so that you can be kept updated of everything that is coming out and get it as soon as it hits the fan so you know exactly what's happening. So welcome, 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 welcome. How are you? Tell us about you. Introduce yourself.
Hi, it's a pleasure to be here. I am Crooxcine Maze, and by the sound of my name, you know I'm unique. You know I am one of a kind. I am an ambassador of the Lord, a servant, a mom, a wife, a king's kid. I am a trained and certified Christian life coach, a professional speaker, and a mentor. I am a worshiper. I love serving in whatever way I can. That's me in a nutshell.
You're so passionate about all these things. Was this always who you were, or did it evolve over time?
This was never who I was. I when I got pregnant at age 16 in the church because um my when I was growing up, I'm from the beautiful island of Jamaica, from from the eastern part of Jamaica, from the eastern part of Jamaica, which is St. Thomas, and persons here would call it the country life. It wasn't easy. I am the eighth child from my mother. My mother has 9 children, and it wasn't easy. And my mother was a hardworking woman, a strong woman, and she tried her best to take care of us the way she knew how. But however, we were lacking in different areas of parenting. Due to that, I had a yearning. I wanted to be loved. There were things that I wanted where I see other children with that I wanted. The material things I had it because when my sisters and brothers left overseas, they gave us everything that they could have, the things that they never had. They ensured that we had it. But material things was okay, but then there's the emotional need that I never got. And I wanted to be loved. And I found that within the church where I could come and speak freely and I got my questions answered and it was okay. But then my life changed. This nice guy came into the community and he taught me and I'm like, okay then. So there is where the yearnings know he saw them and then church that was my safe haven becomes now my meeting ground because my mother was so strict that our commute was just from work, from church to home to school. But then church now, my place of safety becomes my meeting ground. Then going in church and you're in high school and the peer pressure and your friends and all these things. We had a secret. We were having sex. I was active in the church. I was singing. I was dancing. I was doing the will of the Lord. But then I was committing fornication, and I got caught. I was like, Lord, why everybody else doing it and I was the one who gets caught? But when you are set apart, when you are called out, then God will shine light in the darkness because he will expose the dark content, the dark things, the sins that easily beset us. He will shine light on them. At that age, I didn't understand that. I run away from God. I questioned God. I was saying, God, why would I do this to me? Why would you embarrass me? But I never understood the I never understood the the process. I never understood what God was doing in me and with me and through me at that time. So I ran away from the church. I was bitter. I became callous. I cannot say that I'm suffering from church hurt because I didn't give my pastor the opportunity to say, okay, then, then you're going to take this from you and that. No, I took it away from myself.
Yeah.
I walked around with so much shame
Mm.
that I was saying that, okay, I'm just going to stay by myself. And the more you stay by yourself, is the more the enemy tells you things and the more he plays with your mind because your mind is the primary battlefield. So I was there battling, not with anybody else, but with my mind. Yes, persons in my community were cruel. I was openly criticized and ostracized. I was rejected and dejected. I became the whip that everybody used to whip their children. I would sit and I will hear, you hear me say, don't go around her because you see how she pregnant. I don't want that for you. I was what everybody used to call their children. So yes, with hearing all of that, I was depressed. I was battling my mind. I become so bitter and so callous. I just wanted to do my own thing. But when I went to the woman's center and my teacher, she spoke to me and she said to me, Christine, this is not a death sentence. You can move past here. And she told me about other women, other young girls who have gone through the system and have excelled and are doing exceptionally well, and that their life can turn around for good.
Yeah.
And she gave me hope because I was like, okay, then I hold on to that word and I did my best. And when I left Woman Center, I was one of their top students and I got a chance to went back to high school. And when I went back to high school, I graduated well. I received awards, outstanding awards and stuff like that. So I did well. So I hold on to her promised word that she gave me, a word of encouragement that lifts my spirit. But then I never went back to God. He was good to me, but I never went back to him. They were still hurt.
Mm-hmm.
I had a Naomi moment. I was bitter. I was just out there and just saying, listen now, Pamina come and I'm leaving. I'm leaving. So I'm now matriculating, 18. Things started to get hard. Um, I thought that my son's father would have been there with me, but he's young and he's living his life. So I'm there, left with a baby.
Was he the same
Being
age
that
as
my
you?
mother was, no, he was 2 years older than me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So being that my mom was so strong, I had that zeal and that zest. And I'm saying, listen, I said, my mother working so hard from bartender to in the factory. I'm just going out there and I'm going to do what I have to do to feed my child. I worked from being a flag woman on the road, telling cars to stop when the road is being fixed, from walking around doing statistics, doing surveys for the government. Any work I could get my hand on, I did it just to ensure that my son was provided for.
So what was your mom's reaction when she found out that you were pregnant?
Listen, my mom reaction was out of this world. You know, the Sunday I was at church, all right, praising the Lord, dancing alabaster box. I poured out, I broke my alabaster box before the Lord on Sunday. And on Monday, it was August. I wouldn't forget. It was on August, and the Monday we had an appointment to do here in Jamaica. When you're going back to high school, you have to do a medical. So I had my medical appointment. At my medical appointment, I went up on the table, and the doctor looked at me. She looking at me so strange.
Yeah.
And she said to me, well, I don't see a need for the medical today because you're 5 months pregnant.
Wow.
I was like, I wanted to disappear. If I could have said abracadabra and I am out of there, I
Wow.
would have said those words, but that wouldn't work. I felt like I wanted to disappear. My mother was silent. The
Mm.
only word she spoke,
Mhm.
I am not paying for this. And
Wow.
she was. I could come to terms. I sat there for a little moment because then, you
Mhm.
know, other children, other students are sitting outside the door. And
Yeah.
if your mother walk out like that, they're gonna know that something
Something
is
is
wrong. I
wrong.
never knew how to get out there. And then the doctor is not paid for. So what am I gonna do? Because
Yeah.
my mother is the one who took me here. What am I gonna do? And he said to me, just, it's okay, it's gonna be okay.
Mhm.
She told me that it's gonna be okay. And I'm like, okay, you can say that it's gonna be okay. You are okay. I
Mhm.
am now 5 months pregnant. But
Yeah.
I don't even know what 5 months pregnant feel like. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what to do. So emotions and everything, I just wanted to do what I had to do
Mhm.
to get my life back to normal. I thought about it. I thought about committing abortion because I'm saying, listen, I don't want nobody to know. But then I am 5 months pregnant.
Yeah.
Who, how in the world
You
that's
can't.
not going to show? How in the world that's not going? And then nobody, and I person saw it and I didn't saw it because then I didn't even understand pregnancy or what is pregnancy because I was wondering why persons were looking at me so weird or looking at me so different. And I'm saying, I don't understand it. But then I was okay. I was normal. So I never knew that I was pregnant. But other persons who would understand pregnancy would know that, oh, she's
So
pregnant, you know. So all those stress.
you didn't have any morning sickness or anything?
No, I was okay. I was good about my normal life for 5 months. I was going about my normal life, doing my normal stuff, my everyday routine.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing changed. So I'm here,
Mm-hmm.
hopeless, angry, bitter,
Yeah.
don't know where to go, don't know where to turn. Then had to go home now to my mom, who is not even speaking to me.
Wow.
For that remaining 4 months,
Mm-hmm.
my mom gave me the silent treatment. She uttered not a word,
Wow.
utter not a word.
And where was your dad?
If she speak, all right. So my dad wasn't in the picture any at all. Um, until I didn't know my dad until after my pregnancy, and we had a hurricane here in Jamaica, and my father called my sister's phone by accident trying to get through to somebody else to find out if they were okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so we were discovered, so we were found. So that's when I knew my dad.
Right. Oh, wow. Wow. And how was that when you found out who your dad was? How old were you at that time?
When I found out who my dad was, I was like 19.
Wow.
I was 19 when I found my dad. Yeah, listen, when I found my dad, I was bitter
Mm.
because no, you've left me, but
Mm-hmm.
go through hardship. I am now a single mom. I
Mm-hmm.
am now facing it all by myself. I don't need your help. When I needed you, where were you?
Mm.
But then I never understood what took place between him and my mother.
Yeah.
And then he spoke to me. I never understood either that we were an answered prayer because that time my father was an elder. My father is
Mhm.
now a pastor.
Wow.
Yes, my dad is a pastor. So at
Mhm.
that time he was an elder,
Mhm.
and we were his prayer. He was praying for God to reunite him with his children.
Wow.
And when he found us, he wasn't going to allow me and me being bitter and me being hurt stop
Yeah.
him from loving me. My father never stopped loving me. Even when I tried to push him away, he
Mm,
never stopped. He every chance he gets,
mhm.
he speaks to us, he tells us, he explains to us what would have happened and that he made some mistakes and he can correct. We must just give him the opportunity
Mhm.
to be a dad in our life. And trust me, my father has lived up to those words. My father is one of my best friends. My father is my prayer partner. He's my Bible study buddy. He's when I talk to my dad, it is just awesome because we just have an awesome time in the Lord. And now more than ever, he's just amazed with the transformation and to see that I am serving God, being a kingdom ambassador, preaching and ministering the gospel
Yes.
and doing the will of the Lord.
Wow. So, okay. So tell me, how did we get to that place? Because after you found out you were pregnant, and then on top of that, your child father, he wanted nothing to do with that. He just ran away. So is he currently in your son's life right now?
Yes,
Okay.
my son's my son is with his father right now.
Okay,
At
good.
the initial stage, he was with me
Mhm.
lived with me up till high school. My son is almost 16 years old.
Wow.
And then God, the things changed, and my son is now living with his dad. So his
Mhm.
dad is in his life. For me, I've moved on. He has moved on.
Mhm.
He was getting it. I wouldn't put it all on him
Mhm.
because his parents and his peers, and when you're getting pressured and you're young and you just want to live your life, you don't want to be bound with a child. If I could run away, I would have run away. I would have taken the opportunity to run away, but I'd never had a chance. I had to stand up and be a mother to
Mhm.
my son.
Yeah.
So um I I I I didn't come to God until 5 years ago.
Mhm.
I was out there. I partied.
Mm.
I clubbed. I was from Negril Point to I was from the east, the west, the north, and the south,
Wow.
overseas, all over. I
Mhm.
was doing me. Um, God has blessed me with a job, and I was excelling in the company. I went from a supervisor to a senior supervisor to one of their youngest managers.
Mhm.
I was okay. I thought I was living the okay life. I was a person of influence,
Mhm.
so I started having my own bar, from going to a bar to having my own bar, to
Mhm.
doing parties and round robins and drink outs and stuff like that, and after work jam for my workers.
Mhm.
So every fortnight, every bi-weekly, I would throw a drink out for my workers that they can feel okay and that they can unwind. That was my
Yeah.
side also. I was an entrepreneur. I was just making money, honey. I was doing me. But then it never filled that void. That void was still there.
Wow.
That void was still there.
Mhm.
Beyond the going to parties and everything, I was still hurting. I wasn't healed. And hurt people.
That's right.
And I was hurting person
Mhm.
because I never wanted anything serious.
Yeah.
I just know say one man come in my life and him hurt me and
Mhm.
him gone and left me and my baby. So therefore, I'm not gonna allow anybody to come into my life and to do that again. And the same walls that I built to protect me
Mhm.
caved me, trapped me.
Wow.
So what I would implore to all of my young persons out there, my
Mhm.
youth out there, my teen moms out there,
Yeah.
a person who is struggling, be careful of those walls that you're putting up because
Important.
when the right person come along or
Mhm.
the right people to help you, you will not know because you're trapped in those walls that you put up. Oh, Nobody will never hurt me again. Nobody will never do this to me.
Yeah.
And what about I will move forward? You cannot move forward. You have placed a trap for yourself to be
Yeah.
stagnant, to be
Mhm.
standstill. And so I was in that phase. I got involved with a married man because I never wanted anything serious. I never even understood because I was ignorant. I never understood the dangers and what I was getting myself into. And then when I moved to this particular house, the Lord would have it that there was this neighbor that I had, and she would press me every day and she would say, "Come to church with me, come to church with me." I'm like, I can't take Terry one more day. I'm just gonna go to church with her.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
and I went.
Mm-hmm.
And the church was a church in a house. So I'm saying, okay then, that small little setting, I'm just gonna go and then I'm gonna get rid of her.
Yeah.
And then I went there. When I was talking, the pastor was there and she was just looking at me and she was looking at me.
Wow.
And I can remember what they were teaching, and they were teaching on Psalms 1. And
Mm-hmm.
when she was, there and she was teaching and who walking in the council of ungodly and all these things, and I was so defensive. I was
Mm-hmm.
defensive. I'm like, I don't want to hear nothing that you're talking because my father is a pastor and him run me left my mother, and I don't want to hear anything from anybody. And she was just there and she said, "Why are you so defensive?
Yeah.
Why? Why are you hurting?" I'm like, "I'm not hurting. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine." Because,
Yeah.
I took onto my defense though with a drive from my walls because I see that my walls are coming down a little. So I putting them back up. I'm fine. I'm good. And she said to me, "Come here." And I stepped from the back and I came and she hugged me. And when she hugged me, I broke. I literally broke in pieces. I started to cry. I didn't even know why I'm crying. I
Wow.
started to cry. And she said to me, "It is okay. Cry. Let it all out. I know you're hurting. Cry. It is gonna be okay." And I'm
Wow.
like, "No, it's not gonna be okay." She said, "Yes, it is going to be okay." And
Mm.
I'm saying, "Okay, all right, I've tried. This is it. I'm not going back to church. I'm not going back to that lady's house. This is it." But
Mhm.
something was pulling me.
Yeah.
My life, that comfort, that love, that embrace that she gave me, I couldn't run away from it. I couldn't deny it either. So I was there
Mm-hmm.
sitting and I said, "Lord, if you turn around things in my life,
Mm-hmm.
I am going to serve you.
Mm.
I am going to do my part.
Yeah.
I am going to give up everything
Mm-hmm.
for Lent." It was the starting of Lent. And I said, "For this 40 days,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give up partying. I'm going to give up drinking. I'm going to give up smoking. I'm going to give it all up. And if you change my life,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to serve."
Wow.
And trust me, from my mouth to God's ears, he started to just mash up everything in my life. He said, "Listen, okay, then you're going to give it up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
have to give it up completely."
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
blocking off all the connections. I'm mashing up
Wow.
everything. And
Wow.
I'm just saying, "Okay, then, God, I just want to know that I am okay in you.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing really matters right now because this feeling that I felt right now, this is what I want. Partying and everything did not give me this feeling that I felt when I was embraced like that. That feeling caused me to to break, literally break. And as the Bible said, a broken and a contrite heart, he will not despise."
Mm. Mm. Wow. That is just so powerful. Wow. Oh my gosh. So okay. So now you made that covenant with God and God began to move some things and now you're back in the church and you start going to church. How was that for you coming back to your first love?
It was my church family made it so easy, the transformation so easy. The name of my church is Tabernacle of Second Chance Ministry. The
Mm,
ministry is designed. The
wow.
ministry was birthed out of my pastor counseling young women and helping them to give them a second chance. That
Mm,
was how the ministry was birthed. It was where broken women, women who were hurting, would normally go on this retreat and they will meet and they will talk and they will cry and they will pray with each other and to just empower each other to go back out there in the world. So my pastor was anointed for this. She know a hurting woman when she sees one.
mhm,
So she was anointed for that. The Lord equipped her for that. So the transition was easy because my church is made up of love. They
mm,
know how to embrace you in love.
mhm,
They help you step by step to go through your process and to help you to hold your hands. If you're coming as a baby, they'll wrap you and feed you and burp you and put you to bed to ensure that you grow. And what my former pastor, because she died now,
mhm.
she ensured that we get the word. So everything that we were going through, she led us to the word. That was what she used to
Mhm.
empower us in God, the word.
Wow. Wow. This is such an amazing story. Oh my God. I'm just enjoying it. I love the fact that, that your church, was able to embrace you like that because I find that's what's lacking right now. We don't have many churches that are doing that. And most times they spend times, just, shunning those persons away when those are not the people that you want. You want the persons who are outside of the church to come in. So that's amazing.
Yes.
That's the one thing that they recognize that okay, this is what we're here for. Okay, so now you're back in church, you've been embraced, and you started, getting back into God and building yourself in Him. How did you and your husband met?
So I met my husband at work. I
Mm.
met my husband the same time when I decided to go on my journey with the Lord. So I'm saying, oh no, devil, back up, devil. You're not gonna take me out of church again. Oh no, no, no. I've been here before. I've been down this same street where I came into God, and then here comes the knight and shining armor. Oh no, no, no. Oh no.
No distraction.
So we were we were friends, and I told him that listen, I am gonna serve God, and I'm doing this without you. So it's not about you. It's me, and it's my journey, and I am gonna do this. And he said to me, I'm gonna come with you. I'm like, no, the last person told me that. Yes, me and my son father baptized in the one baptism, and then it never worked out. Oh no, no, no. Oh no. And he said to me, yes, I am coming on this journey with you. And I said, Lord, not again. Me want to come serve you and serve you the right way. Me no want no distraction. Man am my problem, Jesus, and I don't want this distraction. So he was persistent. He was like a root to a Naomi. He was steadfast. He knew what he wants. He saw me outside of me, and I never understood that.
Wow.
And the fact that I stood up
Mhm.
and told him that, listen, I am going to serve God and I don't want the distraction. And
Mhm.
you are a distraction. The fact that I stood up for God, that even draw him more to me
Mhm.
to know that, yes, this woman is a God fearing woman. And my husband, is something that he always said, and I never knew.
Mhm.
He told his family and he told his grandmother he wants a woman, a godly woman, a woman that prays like his grandmother. So the fact that I
Wow.
So poor God was saying that, oh yes,
This
this
is
is
the
what I
one.
want. I want a strong woman, a woman that is strong in the Lord. So we started that journey together, and my husband got baptized the April. We started talking in January. I went on my journey. He went with me. Got baptized the April, and we got married in September.
Wow. Whoa, that was a quick
Yeah,
turnaround.
just like that. Ain't God good?
Yes.
So this is just what I want to tell somebody out here. Don't sell yourself short.
Yeah.
Understand your value and your worth, and stand up for what you believe in.
Yeah, yeah.
Walk away from any relationship. Walk away from anything. Because the Bible said, seek ye first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all things will be added unto you. So once you do the will of the Lord, he already knows what you want and he will give it to you. Because the Lord knows, man, are my problem. So him no want me to falter by the wayside again. So him say to you, my daughter, me see your heart. And me see say you want to serve me. And me see say you challenge me. And say, God, me I give up all of them something here now. Because I was willing to give it all up for God. I was willing to give it all up to serve God. I was okay. I was okay being alone, serving my God. Because what I have encountered that day, I know that no man could not give that to me. So I was willing to give it all up. And the fact that I was willing to give it all up, he gave it to me. Marriage wasn't something that I asked for. Marriage was something that was not even in my book. Because I was broken, I was damaged. So I needed my time to work on me. But he gave it to me. He gave it to me.
Wow. I mean, that's just so powerful. It's so amazing. You see, once you can say yes to God and he looks at the heart, he knew that your heart was in the right place. And when you said it, you meant it. And he knew that, you know what, I can bless her with this because I can trust her with this. And that's amazing. That's just so amazing. We're actually running out of time, but I really want for you before we go to really just look in the camera, just speak to that, that young lady right now, that teenage mother just found out she was pregnant and she's struggling. She's been through where you've been, and she's feeling like all hope has been lost. There's no other way around this. Is she feels as though she's been given a death sentence. I want you to just encourage her. Go ahead and encourage her.
To all my teen moms out there, my Anastasios, my youth who are struggling, who are hurting, who is going through what you're going through. It's easy, COVID, and it is hard. And I want to tell you, if you are even pregnant right now, that child is purpose. That child is not a mistake. It is a blessing from God. Children are blessing their heritage. God gives them unto you. It is a blessing to carry a seed into this world. I know it might hurt. I know you may feel alone. But I want you to draw strength from the word of God. He says that when your mother and your father forsake you, he will never leave you. He's there with you. I know it may feel like no, he isn't, but he is. He is with you. And if the Lord has brought me through and I have overcome, you can too. I know that you will be victorious. I know that you will testify of his goodness. You have tried a lot of things in your life. And I am challenging you today. Try Jesus. Try him. He is a man that him not give on. He's there. Him not sleep out and him not come in late. He is a man that he will take care of you. He will supply all your needs according to his riches in glory. And I can tell you, he is wealthy. He is wealthy in wisdom, in knowledge, and in all the things. And the love that he has. Romans 8 tell us that nothing that you have ever done in this life cannot separate you from the love of God. It doesn't matter what you have done, it cannot separate you from the love of God. He loves you unconditionally. And once you say yes to Him, He will change not only your name, but your story. Because He did it for me. I'm not telling you anything that I have heard. I am telling you what I am living. That I was that girl. But today I am transformed, redeemed, and set free. And you can be too.
Man, oh wow, I love it. I love it. I love it. So guys, you have heard it here first. What a phenomenal story. It's such a powerful story. I am sure you are able to get so many nuggets from what she has shared. I pray that something that Crooxcine has said has really touched and blessed your heart. And if you are in that place right now, know that there's hope. Look at what God has done for her, and He can and He will do it for you too as well. So, guys, remember, Crooxcine is a mentor, she is a mother, she is a life coach, and she is a woman set on fire for God. So, before we go any further, if you have not done it as yet, just go right below, hit that subscribe button, go ahead, subscribe to this channel so that you are always getting our videos as soon as they come out. And we look forward to see you on our next episode. And thank you for joining us tonight. Bye.
What I find disturbing in our community, the African American community, is that we can talk about a thyroid, we can talk about cancer, breast cancer, AIDS even, but we won't deal with the mental. And that's an issue.
Sometimes you got to go back to the beginning.
From Barbados, and our featured woman of the series, Alison Brown Ellis.
Because of the pain and the struggles my mom went through to take care of the four of us, for my brothers and sisters, I literally, and as young as I was, I used to see the pain, and it used to really, really hurt.
Join us January 26th at 6:30 p.m. Atlantic Standard Time to hear Alison's story.